Hello everyone, welcome to the News Browse News broadcast. CBS News has exclusively spoken with a U.S. soldier from the Army's 103rd Sustainment Command, based in Iowa, who survived an Iranian drone strike in Kuwait. The soldier recounted that their unit was unprepared to defend itself against the attack, which tragically killed 6 other service members. This report from Jonah Kaplan sheds light on the unit's readiness and the circumstances surrounding the deadly incident, raising questions about military preparedness in the region. CBS News reports that Russian President Vladimir Putin has declared a 32-hour ceasefire in Ukraine, effective for the Orthodox Easter weekend. The decree mandates a cessation of hostilities from 4 p.m. Saturday until the end of Sunday. This announcement comes after an earlier appeal from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy for a pause in fighting to observe the religious holiday. Zelenskyy's proposal, relayed through the United States, suggested halting attacks on energy infrastructure. Kiev has not yet reacted to Putin's declaration. Previous attempts at ceasefires in the ongoing conflict have largely failed. For instance, a 30-hour truce unilaterally declared by Putin last Easter was quickly marred by mutual accusations of violations. The Kremlin statement emphasized that while hostilities should cease, Russian forces must be prepared to counter any possible provocations by the enemy, and expressed an expectation that Ukraine would reciprocate the gesture. This unilateral ceasefire contrasts with Russia's effective rejection of a U.S. and Ukraine proposed 30-day unconditional truce last year, as the U.S. has since shifted focus to the Middle East, leaving the 800-mile front line unchanged. UPI reports that House Republicans have blocked an effort by Democrats to limit President Donald Trump's war powers concerning military operations in Iran. During a brief pro forma session on Thursday, U.S. Rep. Chris Smith, serving as Speaker pro tempore, quickly adjourned the session, preventing U.S. Rep. Glenn Ivey, DMD, from introducing a resolution for debate. Democrats, including Ivey, expressed frustration, noting the 40-day U.S.-Israeli war in Iran and Trump's threats of total annihilation. They argue that Congress needs to take control of the wheel amid a fragile ceasefire that has failed to halt airstrikes or reopen the Strait of Hormuz. The move follows similar rejections of war powers resolutions by the Republican-controlled Senate. Trump, however, has stated that U.S. military forces will remain deployed until a real agreement is fully complied with. NPR reports that Pakistan has recently taken on a crucial mediating role between the United States and Iran. Over the past few weeks, Islamabad engaged extensively with both Washington, D.C. and Tehran, culminating in the successful brokering of a ceasefire agreement this week. This development marks a significant diplomatic achievement for Pakistan, stepping into a complex international dispute. NPR's Juana Summers spoke with Elizabeth Threlkeld, a senior fellow and director at the Stimson Center, to explore the underlying reasons and strategic considerations behind Pakistan's decision to facilitate these critical negotiations and assume such a prominent peacemaking position. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.